Hello, everyone. This is Truth and Oneness. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to change the channel. But basically, we talk about stuff that pertains to truth and oneness and just our life experiences with us heading in that direction, right?
Oh yes, oh yes. So today, what we're going to talk about is a 6-month update on using distilled water and touch a little bit on copper water bottles. So, distilled water, we've been drinking it pretty much exclusively for our water source for 6 months now. And definitely it's like when I have any kind of water that's not distilled, I can even smell chlorine and whatnot in it. Like tap water or anything like that, I can smell it. And before I was not able to do that. And I definitely can taste the difference too. Like anywhere I go, it's like if it's not like distilled or anything or highly filtered, I can taste a lot of extra stuff and I don't like it.
And it's weird because it's like it's not just the taste and the smell to me, but it's like the way the water feels as it's going down inside of you feels different too. It's like distilled water. It's a lot lighter feeling and like floaty. I don't know how to really describe it. It's kind of interesting though. I can definitely feel a difference in like the heaviness of the water or something, and that might just be my imagination. I don't know, but it's definitely something noticeable. That's I notice like every time I drink or try to drink regular water, it just feels different.
Definitely I feel the difference too when it goes down. It feels very light, very airy when it goes down when you drink it versus the other stuff where it's like it feels like it is definitely something up with drinking other water. It's like even our kids like have an aversion to drinking water that's not distilled. Like our little one will drink a ton of water if it's distilled. If it's not, they'll just take sips, and sometimes they won't even drink it at all. It's pretty interesting to see.
Most importantly, though, it's been 6 months and we're not dead. I don't feel like I have anything really off with my body, because I know a lot of people are like, well, there's mineral and blah 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 blah, which none of that is true. But I highly, even more so, doubt that there's an issue long term or even short term drinking distilled water with that, like your body and the balance and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't cause issues. My knee pain, which I talked about in our first video, that went away probably about 2 weeks after starting the drinking distilled water, is pretty much still gone. I think I got a little overzealous and jogged a little bit, and I could feel maybe like a memory or like a slight numbness in that knee, like maybe for a week or so after I went jogging every other day about for a couple of weeks. But then my knee is not painful and it feels normal right now. That's interesting.
For me, it's like thinking and everything is a little bit easier. Definitely some of my joint pains have gone down. I can think clearer. And I don't know, it's like overall, even when I'm sweating and stuff, I don't feel so like kind of gross afterwards. I feel kind of like it's just sweat instead of like it feels like sticky and slimy and everything else like that.
That's gross. So definitely, if you haven't already, I would definitely recommend distilled water, just based off what we know about distilled water and just what our experiences. Hopefully it encourages people to try it out. I know there's a big alkaline water craze right now, but alkaline water to me is kind of like putting a band-aid on a gaping wound. Sure, it definitely kind of helps with the balancing of the pH, but like if your whole body is just like toxic, you're still eating like toxic food, chemical filled food, and drinking toxic water, just it's been turned alkaline. That doesn't like do anything for you. And actually another thing that we have found recently, I mean not really recently, did you exit out of all of that? Sorry, I'm trying to look it up on the computer here. Using copper water bottles, which I actually have a couple from when I was in India. But a natural way to sort of adjust the pH of your water, but also apparently it does quite a bit of other things for your body. Drinking copper water water that's been sitting in a copper filled vessel is quite beneficial to your health. And I think there's like a recommended way to do it specifically. In other words, you don't just, get any kind of copper bottle and drink any time of the day. They actually recommend a specific Ayurvedic approved water vessel, and storing your water in it for 6 to 8 hours, and then having that be the first thing you drink in the morning. And that's sort of the regimen, and then do it like for a few months or so, and then maybe take a few weeks or a month or whatever off, and then do it. So basically, the research has shown that it helps with overall body health. I think I had a list here that I was going to read off, but I can't find it. But one website you can go to that you can research more is called Vasanti Health, where they have the approved style of copper vessel. Make sure when you order it, you get it from an approved source. And this website is one of, I'm sure, a few or more that has the specific type that would be beneficial to use in the long run for your overall health and well-being. But they have a long list of, they say copper helps to neutralize toxin, ionize, and balance the pH in the water. You get from this practice improved vitality, boost of the immune system, prevention of aging, aids in the production of collagen. It reduces wrinkles and increases skin elasticity. It also helps increase your metabolism, helps with your digestion, helps with arthritis, and it can strengthen the hair and the nails as well, and support bone and connective tissue. And so, I would say one of the best practices, once again, if you can't get pure, like, rainwater. By the way, rainwater is pretty much distilled water if it doesn't have tons of chemicals and toxins in it. But you can't get pure water directly from the earth. The second best choice is distilled water, and I would don't just get distilled water from the store, but order distilled water, or order a distiller, or buy a distiller and distill it yourself. Again, one of those little countertop distillers are like $100 to $200. And they are well worth the investment. But so distilled water, and then you can store your water, or buy a copper water bottle and like store your water at least for one drink of the day of the distilled water, and you can store it in the copper water bottle. So you can at least have 1 or 2 drinks of copper. I like copper water, and then the rest of your waters can be just regular distilled water, however you want to do that. But I think that's a good practice. But so anything else to add to that, Mr. Scorpio?
I definitely recommend it also. There's definitely times where you kind of are like looking for something when you're drinking your water, and we'll have like our copper water bottle, and then we'll drink some from that, and you feel kind of extra refreshed and like more relieved, like almost like you just drank some juice. It's pretty interesting. So it's definitely having clean, pure water and a acceptable copper vessel, and see how it goes for you. It's pretty interesting. It makes you feel better. Just kind of figure it out. Like, there's all these different tips and stuff that we've tried to come along with and try to help people with, and just see what works for you.
Yep. And so hopefully this finds whoever it needs to find, and anyone who would like to get information from this video, I hope they are able to get that information from it. Till next time.